Hi, my name's Hacia Atherton and I studied a Bachelor of Commerce, majoring in accounting at Deakin University. I'm now currently the Chief Commercial Officer and Director of my family company, which manufactures medical infection control equipment, and we've been operating in Australia for over 130 years. So I'm very proud of our family history and that we're still here and going strong. I'm also the founder and director of a not-for-profit called Empowered Women in Trades, with the purpose on increasing the female representation within skilled trades in Australia, which is currently at 2%, which is a number I'm not very happy with. And then in my spare time, I'm also a committee member of the CPA Emerging Leaders Network, and I do a lot of coaching with people to help them find their courage so that they can achieve their remarkable potential and overcome any challenges in life. So I decided to come and do my study at Deakin as a matured age student. So I actually started my journey at Monash University, and then I left Monash and did a year of fashion design to completely throw the ball out of the park. Then I went off and did financial planning qualifications and decided the industry wasn't for me. So when I was coming back as a mature age student, my way of looking in university was very different. I think at school you were pushed and looking at the rankings and the numbers and the academia, and you didn't really take into account a lot of the other aspects as a mature age students is a lot more important. And that's having collaboration with your professors and your tutors, collaboration with other students. Being in the professional careers already, I really valued innovation and progressive ways of thinking. So when I sat down and had a look at your Monash, your Melbournes, your Deakins, your RMITs, what really resonated with me and made me decide to come to Deakin is that I didn't feel like I was going to be a student. I felt like I was going to be part of the university, and the university was going to invest in me and grow me as a professional, not just a student as a number, sitting exams, getting scores and getting grades. And that was really, really true. I developed some great relationships with my professors. When I didn't understand anything, they really went a long way to kind of reframe it or put it in a way that I could understand. So that was an incredible experience. And then I actually finished my study, and just similar when I finished my last exams, not long after that, my life completely changed. I had a horrific horse accident. So I was quite a high-level dressage rider, and I was training to go to the World Equestrian Games on my young horse, or training to qualify for the World Equestrian Games. And in our training, she reared up vertically. I came off her back and her whole 600 kilos came crashing down on top of me. And she rolled off to the right-hand side. I managed to flip over, get on my stomach and army crawl out of the way. So when she stood up, she wouldn't have trampled me. So I was very quickly picked up by the ambulance and airlifted to Alfred Hospital, where they assessed me and told me that I had badly broken my pelvis and as well badly broken both of my hips, including balls and sockets off the hips, as well as severe nerve damage to the right leg. So I went into a 9-hour surgery after 2 days of waiting for all the swelling and everything to go down. And I awoke from that surgery being informed that I may never walk again in any meaningful way, which for someone that's had such an active life, I was part of, went to all the Deakin snow events and really enjoyed an active life. That was really devastating. So that kind of put me into a very big depression for quite a while in hospital. And I had to kind of learn how to get out of that and set kind of goals to inspire me again. And because I'd finished my exams at Deakin, one of my goals was that I would be able to walk across the stage and collect my presentation and collect my actual bachelor degree, which I managed to achieve. So I did that on my little trusty walker with the fantastic support and help of the Deakin team, who were incredible and went out of their way to make sure it was a beautiful experience for me, which it was. So I've had many incredible experiences at Deakin University, but I would say my highlight was definitely a snow trip that we did up at Mount Buller. And the reason for that was we got to experience and network and connect with so many different people from so many different corners of the university, not just the business and law or commerce-based students, but creative arts and all different areas. And then I met my best friend. So she is a co-director on my not-for-profit as well, and she's going to be my bridesmaid at my upcoming wedding. So it was incredible to forge such a special relationship at Deakin that has gone in a fantastic way professionally, but also personally. So I was very lucky to meet her on that trip. And that brings me to something I wish I did more at Deakin. So coming to Deakin as a mature age student in my mid-20s, I think I pulled back a lot from getting involved in the committees, getting involved in some of the sporting teams or sporting events. Even some of the more of the fun kind of balls and galas and uni nights and everything like that. So if I had my time again, I definitely would have been a lot more involved in student life. One piece of golden advice I would give all students is to have a curious mindset. So go and do a subject that's outside of even your department. So you're doing commerce, go do an art subject. You're doing law, go do a creative writing subject. At university, you've got this incredible opportunity to really experience so many different things. And when you step outside of your wheelhouse, you're stepping outside of your comfort zone. And that's where you're going to grow and have incredible experiences. So I've had a very diverse career in the fact I've gone from fashion design, done law, did work experience at Owen Dixon Chambers, I've done accounting, and now in my position as a C-suite executive, but also a director, all of that diverse experience is really starting to pay off because I'm confident to comment on creative marketing things. I'm confident to comment on more legal-based things or accounting-based things. So go and have a curious mind and use the power of your electives to go do a subject that is completely out of your wheelhouse. You don't get a good grade, it's okay. As an employer, we don't sit here and look at every single grade you get on every single subject. So go have a fun subject and really experience something completely different. When you're coming to your career, I also suggest that, but really focus on letting your passion fuel your purpose. So whatever you're passionate about, bring that into your career somehow, whether it's in volunteering, because again, volunteering is a great way to build up your resume. So if you want to be an accountant, look at different not-for-profits that you could go volunteer for and help them with their bookkeeping or do things like that. So definitely have a curious mindset and make sure that passion fuels your purpose for your study and your career as well. There's something that I will share with all young professionals and emerging leaders that I work with, and that's have the courage to dream big. Write those dreams down, which will turn them into a goal. Then start developing strategies on ways that you can achieve those goals. Then start today and start executing that strategy one step at a time, making sure that you're always committed to the goal, but extremely flexible in your way of achieving it. Fail again and again and again. When I was learning to walk, I would stand up and fall over so many times. I would take so many failed steps, but each step I took that I failed at, I actually got closer to success. I got closer to be able to go walk across the stage and get that degree. I got closer to being able to go do an 8K run or a 100K bike ride. And that's because I allowed myself to fail. I stayed so committed to the goal of walking again, and I didn't beat myself up when I failed. I learned from that experience. I wish you all the very best for your studies and your future careers, and make sure that you enjoy Deakin to its fullest.